Hello and welcome to a new EasyDigitals.com video tutorial. Remember, you can get all of our high-quality Photoshop and Photoshop Elements templates at EasyDigitals.com. Just click on the Products button. And don't forget to sign up for our monthly newsletter. We give away free templates and tutorials each and every month, along with product update info and coupons. Okay, Kim, what easy tutorial are you going to show us today?
Today I wanted to show you how to make a customized poster, sports poster, or you could do it for anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be sports. It could be a senior card or whatever, and it could be any size, but I'm just going to show you how to do it. And a lot of times I get messages from people and they'll like show me a poster that they like, and they'll say, can you make a template like this poster? And a lot of times the poster is so simple that I can't really make a template for it. I mean, it's just like a few pictures and some text, and it looks really nice together, but it's not really something that I can make a template for. This poster here that I'm showing you has to be a little bit customized because you're masking off parts of the picture that you don't want to show. And I mean, for each picture it's going to be unique in how you want to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm hoping that I can show you how to do this really quickly so that if you do want to make custom posters for people, your workflow will be pretty quick. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move this poster off to the side. I'm going to be kind of keeping an eye on it while I'm working. And I'm going to go ahead and do Open File and New. And just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to make this 8 by 12, 300 resolution. For print, you always want to do a 300 resolution if you can, and click OK. And here is my blank slate. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and save my new poster. So I'm going to click Save As and just give it a name. And now I've saved it, and you'll want to save as you go along. Right now I have my history palette up and my layers palette up. And I'm going to go ahead and come to File, and I'm going to open my photos. So you'll browse to your photos that you want to use. And I've already got 3 photos picked out, and I pressed Shift and clicked so that all 3 would be highlighted. And then I'm just going to click Open. And I'm going to go Window, Arrange, and float all in window so that I can grab these as I need. Now my first picture that I'm going to drag in is going to be this one. So I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to come to my Move tool, and I'm just going to drag it in to my blank slate. And I'm going to move this out so that it'll be on top. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go ahead and close it so that I can have more room to work. Okay, so it is a little bit small. Normally what I would do is go ahead and right click it and click Convert to Smart Object so that as I keep resizing it, it doesn't lose any resolution. Sometimes though, if you do this and then you add a mask, the mask doesn't work quite the way you want it to. So if you have problems with the mask, you may not want to change it to a smart object. It just depends on how much tinkering around with the mask you're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and come over to my edge here and press Shift and drag this out, and then press Enter. And then I'm going to press Shift and push this over. Actually, I'm just going to grab a hold of it and push it over because that'll be faster. And here's my sample. So I can kind of keep looking at that as I go along, and I can see that. I'm going to drag this down a little bit. And so my first photo is in, and now I'm just going to drag my second photo in. This is the one that I decided to put at the top, so I'm going to drag it in. I'm just going to resize this. You're going to have to play around with this. If you want to, you could make this into a smart object. I'm not going to make this one into a smart object. Just going to drag it in, and you're going to have to decide how big you want it, and then press Enter. I press Shift as I drag this so that it keeps the aspect ratio, and I want to make sure I have a little bit of room on the edges. Press Enter. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my mask tool, And I have a tutorial that goes over the mask tool pretty detailed, which I can put at the bottom of this tutorial, a link to that one. But basically I have my mask up and I want to make sure I have my black on top, so I'm going to switch this. I'm going to grab a brush, make sure my mask is selected, and I'm going to hit my right bracket to make this soft brush larger. And the way you get the brush up is you can click here and then choose a brush, and then come back over to your image and then right click to resize. And I'm not going to make this too big because I don't have a lot of room to play here with this one. And the first thing I'm going to do is just soften the edge completely, because this is really close to the edge. You might not need to do this with every photo. And then I'm going to come back in and refine it and make it a little bit softer, because I really like the transition to be pretty smooth here. So I'm making it big now. It's at 1200. And now I'm going to come over to my other image and drag it in. Come to my move tool, drag it in. And this one I decided I was going to put down here. I'm going to add a mask. Come to my brush tool and just start brushing away. Make sure you have the opacity and flow. Actually, this needs to be at 100%. At 100%. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to make this brush smaller, and I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this observer in the background here. And I'm going to go ahead and, when you make a mistake or you want to bring back a part of it, you just flip this back so the white's on top, and you're just going to come back. I'm going to, since this image just happens to have this nice little grass down here, I'm going to make this the bottom of my picture because I think that looks kind of cool. Okay, so now I've got my images in place, and I'm going to go ahead and click Save. You can maximize compatibility if you want. You really don't have to, though, if you're always using the same version of Photoshop on one computer. It makes the file a little bit bigger. I just got used to saving that way. Okay, so now I get to add some text.
Hey, that was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any of our products, you can always reach us at easydigitals.com. Have a creative day.